Well, S&P has pushed to a new high, and we heard about some resistance up at 37. And I'm still bullish on S&P, so I didn't sell it, but it held for a handful of scalps, and now it's coming back kind of decently, dealing with the halfway, 21 half. If this halfway gives way, they could easily push it back down towards the overnight low, 2 half. There is some support down there. Somebody's got '07 as a pretty key price, so if this flushes down there, I'm being bullish. I'm going to see if I can do some buying down there. There's an upside target. I can't see it being something that I'm saying more for next week. Not feasible. It comes into play today, but 66.40, 66.49, 66.49. Bonds and 10s got a decent push up. We thought bonds could test '07. They've done that. They've nosed above it a bit. We thought they could hold '07 on dips. That's pretty bullish. They managed to get out some '04s just now, just kind of hanging on the '07. The issue really for me is that, and to me this is kind of an important point, the market hopes you get yourself in some kind of emotional state when you're trading. That's what it wants you to do. Well, what I do is, like yesterday, when the bonds closed at 2, I started to look at my analysis stuff, my numbers, my levels and stuff, and started to put together some levels that I thought could be effective overnight and today. And then when it closed down at 4, then I can look at it more and dot the I's and cross the T's, so to speak. Well, most of those levels have been taken out already. And when you roll to a new contract too, I don't have as much notes, as much feel, for levels. So I'm sitting here today on a Friday with not too many levels to look at, knowing I'm going to get more levels this weekend that can help me into Sunday night and Monday. So the thing with the 10-year is that 18.5 was a price we thought could be targeted and maybe give some resistance. They got 21 halves out, and now it's below 18.5. So as I fish around for some kind of a bias for financials, I got one bond hanging kind of firm. I got 110 hanging kind of weak. So it's like mixed. I'm thinking, why should I sit here with a lack of levels and try and figure this thing out on a Friday? Let me just let the market digest this number, digest this week, and come back on Sunday night.